Hey, Matt here, and welcome to another Mob Street video. Now today, I'm out here with my father-in-law, Kenny, and his brand new 2022 TW200. So I'm going to ask him a couple questions about the bike, why he wanted it, what it is he's going to do with it, what his plans are, and stuff like that. So first off, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
How you doing?
Not too bad.
Good.
So, the TW. Now, when I bought mine 2021, you went in not too long after that and put money down on it, right?
Yep.
So what month was that?
That was the 3rd of March.
March. Sweet.
Yep.
And they said, yeah, we'll, get it to you as soon as we can? Or
Yeah, I was second on the list. They said they'd come in pairs. So the first two that came in, I got one of them. And that was on the 13th of September.
So 6 months.
Yep.
Waiting for 6 months.
Yep.
So the wait is finally over. Nice. Now, as far as the TW goes, is this your first bike?
No, this is the 4th TW I've had.
4th.
Yep.
So bought, sold, bought, sold, bought,
Yep.
sold.
Bought the first two and we had a moose hunt that we had to go back in on bikes. Then this third one I bought to commute back and forth to work, put 10,000 miles on it, and then traded it for KLR 650, something that was a little faster on the road. I'm getting ready to retire, and I've always wanted to get another one, so I decided this would be the time. So I put money down on it. This one will last me till I die of old age.
So you bought new over used. Why did you were waiting for 6 months for it. Why didn't you just buy a used one?
Well, it got to where used ones were really hard to find, and they were about as expensive as a new one. And this, for my last one, I just wanted to get one that I bought new. I've never bought a new one before. I wanted to break it in the way I wanted and then just use it the way I wanted to. So I decided just to wait and get a new one.
Sweet. Now, it's obvious you've done a few things to it already.
Couple things,
Couple things. So explain to us what it is that you've done to it so far.
Okay, I put the front and back cycle racks on it. I had them on the bike I had before this one, the TW. I really liked those. They worked really well, so I put those on it. Put this gun rack on it. I had one of those on my bike as well. I can put a little short barrel shotgun on it for hunting grouse when I'm up in the mountains. So I put that on. If you adjust them just right, you can get them to where you can tip it just right, where you can put either fishing poles or a shotgun or 22 on there. Put a couple of them tie down rings right here so I can wrap a bungee up over the gun to keep it in place. It works really good. They're not in your road. And then I just put the little pad on here and the watch so I can tell what time it is. That's pretty much it as far as what I've done to it, I think.
Okay, sweet. Do you have any other plans for it, or is it to where you want it now and you're going to leave it?
I might put some bigger foot pegs on it. I'm not sure yet. That's one thing I might do. Other than that, that's probably about all I'll do to it.
About the gist of it?
Yep.
So you did put the handlebar risers on it too, though?
Did put the handlebar risers.
So,
I like them better. You can set a little straighter up and down. Also put these tie down racks or loops right here so you can hook your tie down straps right there to it. So they fit there good.
Right on. For those that are looking at getting one, how tall are you?
About 5'9", and I'm getting to where it's hard for me to swing my leg up over anything much taller. That was the complaint I had with most of the bikes that I've had in the past. They're just too tall. I put a lowering link on them, but even still, if you was in the mountains at all and on uneven ground, then if you couldn't reach the ground with your feet. And so I really like the TW for that reason, that you can stand flat-footed even if you're short. So I like them for that.
Perfect.
And I like them the fact that they haven't changed them. I mean, I don't think they've hardly changed them all but the color, for years. They're just a good, dependable bike. I have a brother-in-law that's got one that he uses on his farm, and he figures he has close to 100,000 miles on it. It's dead now, but he changed sprinklers on it, go up in the mountains every day, and they just go and go if you take care of them.
What else do you like about them? Anything that stands out over? So you've had, well, you used to run the Honda XR 650s.
Yeah.
And then you had the KLR. But yet you've always come back to the TW. Why?
Well, the reason I like them is for what I do, they go plenty fast. I mean, I usually just putt around the roads. I don't get out on the highway much. They'll do 50, 55 miles an hour pretty easy, which most places I go, that's the speed limit. I just, they're geared low to where they're easy to ride in the mountains. I like the big tires on them. I had the one I had before this had 10,000 miles on it and still had the original tires. I like that they're simple. They just got a carburetor. There's something that they made that worked that they just haven't messed with. So that's what I like about them.
Sweet.
And parts, you know, I think the parts fit from the time they started making them till now. Most of the parts are the same. So
right.
I like that part of it. Yeah, and they're a nice looking bike. I like this color. I like the color schemes that they've got on them now, and so I like that part of it. They're just a nice bike. They're just I mean, I get 75 miles a gallon on it almost consistently. You can just set your trip meter and know that when you need to put gas in it by when you hit, you know, about 100 miles and before you hit reserve. And so yeah, I just like them. They're just a good, dependable, solid bike. They look like they're little, but yet they're kind of beefy. They're heavy duty, and they just work good for what I use one for.
So you've got 147 miles on this one. How
Yep.
many times have you put gas in it?
Once.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Right
they don't use much gas. They're real economical to run around on.
Some folks have said, you know, oh, they're still carbureted, and, you know, they should update that. Now that you've had 4 of them, has the carb ever been an issue for you?
Never has. Always start good. You just use your choke when it's cold. I've never had a problem with it. I've never touched the carb on any of them I've had. Yeah, so I wouldn't worry about that a bit.
So as far as people wondering whether or not they should buy a T-Dub, would you recommend it or not?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm to the stage in my life where I could have bought anything I wanted. I mean, I could have bought, I have a couple of old four-wheelers, but as far as bikes go, I could have bought anything that I wanted. But this is, after having as many as I had, this is what I wanted. It just, I mean, this was my pick of what I'd have bought if I could have bought anything. So.
Well, it was you that told me, you know, it's a good first bike and it's a good last bike.
That's right. That's true. They say that. It's a good first bike and a good last bike, and that's what this one will be for me.
And the cool thing that I liked about it, too, was it was a good enough bike that was stable and comfortable enough for you that you had all the grandkids.
Yeah.
You had 2 in front of you, 2 behind you.
Yep.
Just cruising around. We'll have to see if we can find a picture of that one and share it.
Yeah, I do have. Actually, there's 5. I have a picture of an old Honda bike I had that had all 5 of my kids on it when they were little, and then I've got one of these, the one I had before this one, with 5 of my grandkids on it. So
Sweet.
yeah, they are a nice bike. I really like them. They're just a good bike.
Well, before we end it, is there anything else you want to add to it, or you
No,
want to call it there?
I don't think so. As long as you maintain them, you know, just keep the oil changed in them, keep the chain tight. You know, I mean, they just go and go. I mean, mine have never let me down. As long as I've had them, I've never had one let me down.
Sweet.
So.
Okay, well, there you have it. This is his 4th TW, and what he says it'll be his last. I don't know. I'll say that he might grab another one.
If I can get 50,000 miles on this one, I think that's as
There we go.
That's all I'll need.
Sweet. All right, well, if you have any questions or comments, make sure to put those down below. And as always, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and follow along. I want to say thanks to my father-in-law, Kenny, for coming out here and filming the video. He doesn't like being on camera.
Yeah, but they are a good bike. I really like them.
Sweet. And that's it. We'll call it there. I'm Matt. This is Kenny. This is Mob Street out here with his 2022 TW200. And thanks for watching.